Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're finally going to be breaking down my pick recommendations for the PCS7 Pick 'em Challenge video. This is going to be for the APAC and the Americas region only. Asia and Europe have not played and finished their week one games, which is what we're waiting for before we can actually place our vote. So a video following will come out for that. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to be notified when that comes out. Now, today's video, I'm going to give my top 3 recommendations for both regions, APAC and Americas, and I'll kind of give you a breakdown of why I think those teams are going to be the best 3 to choose for. And I'm also going to remind you why you shouldn't do what apparently 649,000 people have already done and wasted their coupons. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so starting off with the APAC region. Now, what I just alluded to was this right here. Everybody has had the opportunity to use their voting coupons, and you have, at the time of this recording, 3 days and 5 hours left to get your votes in, which means you'll see this video tomorrow morning. You'll have about 2 days and some change to log in and get your votes in with your coupons. Now, if you don't know what the coupons are these little guys here. My head's kind of blocking it, but I have 6 coupons. You get coupons from purchasing the PCS7 skins in the store. Each of your purchases come with the little coupons that you see highlighted above it. You then use those coupons to vote in the Pick 'em Challenge. If you win your vote, then you then get esport points. Those are going to be taking you to the esport point shop, where you can then purchase the PGC butt pan, the UAZ, hairstyle, makeup style, and a nickname change. Okay, so that's the general overview of what we're doing and why we're doing it. Now, for the Pick 'em Challenge, we'll start with APAC. All of these numbers that you see here, this is how many people have voted for that particular team. And here's why I always say it's a bad idea. You should never do that. You should wait until these teams at least finish their week 1 round of games. For example, 650,000 people have said Archangel Predator is going to win their region for APAC. Now, while that may be true, it doesn't seem to be if we go and judge based on the stats. Now, like I do with a lot of these, I kind of copy paste all the stats, put them into an Excel sheet, and then kind of dribble down just to see some highlights and just like overview, top-down view of how the teams are performing, so that I can kind of make a better guess at where I think they're going to be going. But if we just take a quick look, APAC region, team number 1 right now is Cerberus Esports. They have 148 total points. That's taken into account placement and kill points. Let's see where Archangel is. They're in 9th overall place right now with 72 points. So they are literally half of the points away from the first place team, which is Cerberus Esports at 148 points. Now, is that to say that they can't turn it around in their week 2 games and pull out a lot of W's, and then Cerberus somehow, fumbles and does terrible in week 2 and it flip-flops? That could happen, but I mean, it's unlikely. Okay, we all know PUBG Esports competitive is super high level. A lot of the teams are really neck and neck, but it's a little unlikely to see that happen. So why I say these are wasted points is that these folks could have used these coupons on more likely to win teams, which could have more than likely got them esport points so they can get the cool butt pan and the UAZ and that kind of stuff. Okay, so now that that's out the way, so now that you know what not to do going forward for when Asia opens up and Europe opens up, here are my picks for APAC PCS7 week 1 based on week 1 results. So I would vote in this order is Cerberus Esports. So they would be my first pick, and they are, where are they at here? Okay, wow, they're only 3rd place in terms of how many people have voted for them. So only 34,000 people have voted for Cerberus. I would vote Cerberus Esports in 1st place. A close second pick though would for sure be SGD, and ironically they only have 12,000 votes as well. They're our 1st and 2nd place right now, and Cerberus Esports over here, they're only 20 points away from the 2nd place team, which isn't a heck of a lot considering you get, like, what is it, 10 placement points if you get a chicken dinner. and second place only gets 6, and then you get 1 point per kill, so it can add up quick. However, Cerberus Esports is 40 points away from the 5th place team, which is Day Trade. So there is a pretty big gap from 1st to 5th, but 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are pretty dang close. So Cerberus Esports is where, if you, let's say you only have 1 coupon and you're like, man, who do I vote for? That is for sure the team to vote for in APAC. The other team, which is a close second, is SGD. I would also put a coupon into them. So like me, for instance, I have 6 coupons. So I'm going to put 1 coupon into each region and then 2 coupons into 2 regions. I probably will do APAC and I probably will do Americas. So again, for APAC, I'd go Cerberus, I'd go SGD. Then your 3rd pick here, you know, judging based on the current stats, it's Burium Esports or Burium United Esports would be 3rd. But I'm thinking kind of the sleeper pick is T5, and they're way down here on the voting scale. But T5 actually did really, really good in terms of average damage dealt, the average time survived, the number of placement finishes. So even though they didn't get a lot of 1st, 2nd, or 3rds, they were averaging higher up than Burium was based on the stats. So even though right now Burium has a couple more points overall, if it were my voting coupons and you wanted to use 3 of them, I would say Cerberus, SGD, and T5 would be my top 3. Burium and Day Trade would follow there, okay, if you happen to have more. All right, so those are my APAC picks, and I'll actually make my picks here. So I'm gonna go Cerberus, confirm, and I'm gonna go SGD, confirm. Okay, and then Americas. Now Americas, obviously I'm a little, you know, like I'm a little biased here. I'm, you know, being an NA boy and having, you know, my boys over at Sonics. We got Tig, we got Mime, we got Shrimsy, we got H-Win. You know, they out there doing their thing. And obviously you can see most of the people voting also agree that they're doing their thing with 184,000 votes compared to 10,000 from E United. But ironically, currently, as the stats stand, E United is actually beating Sonics. So they have the most placement points out of all the teams. So they are ahead. Now, they don't have the most kills though. So, but it's close. So E United, I should say, not just EU. E United is in 1st place, but Sonic actually has 2 kills more than EU. However, EU has 9 more assists and 300 average damage more per game. So they had like a total of like, I don't know, 4,000 more damage dealt throughout all of their week 1 games. So 300 average more per game coming out of E United. And that's surprising because Sonics is usually considered the fragging team. So with that said, again, if you have 1 coupon only to use, if I take my emotions out of it, I would say, based on week 1 stats, I can't see into the future. Obviously, you know, esports is crazy with PUBG. E United is the team to vote for right now. That is the team you'd use your 1 voting coupon if you took all the emotion out of it and you just said, what are the stats looking like? And, you know, how is it going to dribble down in the coming weeks? Maybe. Sonics, obviously, would be my 2nd pick. Again, taking the emotions out of it. Me personally, I'm going Sonics just because it's, you know, my NA boys. I got to represent. So I for sure am going to pick them first. But in this situation, I'm also going to use 2 coupons. I'm going to use 1 on Sonics and 1 on E United. If you happen to have more coupons that you want to throw in the Americas region, 22 Esports is in 3rd place. Wildcard is in 4th place. But again, this is one of my things where after looking at the stats, I actually think Wildcard, ironically, is the better pick over 22 Esports because they actually are pretty much neck and neck with them, except they have 8 more kills overall out of the week 1 games, which is not insignificant. And they actually had to do what was it, like 6,000 more kilometers of traveling during their matches, which basically equates to either A, they didn't make as intelligent rotations, or B, what's more likely with PUBG is they just didn't get lucky circles during the few matches they played. And if you have played any kind of competitive esports, like I've done very, not even, I wouldn't say like competitive esports. I did like, what was the challenge series where it was like some pro players, some amateur players, and then me, like I'm under the amateur players. Those games and those those tournaments that I played in, it's incredibly sweaty how important rotation is and how important position is over how important it is to get kills. So that can really throw throw the tide one way or the other. So having said all that, I would vote in this order: emotions out of it, E United, Sonics, wildcard. Emotions in it, Sonics, E United, wildcard. Those would be my 1, 2, 3 picks for Americas, and that's my reasons behind it. So I hope that helps you out making your picks for the Americas and the APAC region. Again, I'll be making another one of these videos in the coming weeks when Asia and Europe get done their week 1 game. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click the little bell thing if you want to get notified as soon as the video drops, or just check it out, I'll upload it and it'll be in your feed. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a buddy, and of course, like I said, get subscribed for more PUBG content. If you have not purchased your items and you're going to be getting some coupons, please consider using my creator code when you're in the store. You go to Creator Appreciation Program down at the bottom. It'll pull up all the PUBG partners once you get logged in. And of course, my name's CDome. If you use me, I get a portion of any amount of money you spend in the PUBG store at no extra cost to you. So it's just a way to help support me in the content that I put out for you guys at no extra cost. So it does mean a lot if you do that. Oh, and before I run, I almost forgot the Team Face-Off Challenge pick recommendations. So sorry. So this is the free voting mechanism that you don't have to use any coupons to vote for. So if you're watching this video and you haven't bought anything in the store and you have 0 voting coupons, you can still log in to do this voting event. The way this works is very simple. You just pick which of the 2 teams you think is going to beat the other team overall in that region. So in this example, you're basically guessing, is Day Trade Gaming going to have more overall points than the Expendables at the end of the challenge, or is it the other way around? If you guess correctly, you get the esport points. Now you will notice that one team always has a higher point percentage. That point percentage changes based on how many people vote for that person. So in other words, if you vote for the underdog, who is the Expendables, and they win, you're going to get more points. But the more people that vote for the Expendables, the less points you're going to get if that team wins, if that makes any sense. And I'm just going to show you, I'm going to go ahead and make my picks. You can copy and paste if you want, or if you have other recommendations, well then GG, good luck. So in APAC, I'm going to go Day Trade for sure. So select them. I'm going to go Cerberus for sure. Select them. Then I'm going ARC, and then I'm going SGD. And then Americas, we're going Sonics, my boys. And then we're going to go Doge. It's Dodge, Cheeto. Got it. We're going to pick them. And then we're going to go Wild Card, pick them. And then I chose 22 Esports. There, okay, so those are my picks for the Team Face-Off Challenge, and it says, well, it's not going to tell us our estimated payout yet because people are still voting, but once the voting period ends, it'll say EP estimated payout based on the votes you made, just to give you an idea of like how many points you'll win. Okay, all right, cool. So that's it. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care. Peace.